NFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here's Pickett to put it in the air off the bat. And that is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off play action, Pickett. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. They've got his man. Complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a second one.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin Jefferson, 39 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
12.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Burrow on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Gun.
Burrow going for it on 4th. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on 4th.
Here we go.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. throw again. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here we go, here we go.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now it's Burrow. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here we go, here we go.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
11 MT, 11 MT.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. Touchdown! To Higgins. 35 yards. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson. Up and good. And now they're short 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. It's a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Finding space at the 40. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Man, come on.
Pickett right back to the air again. Eluding the pressure right. And finds Austin complete. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Third and 2, Pickett. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they wanted to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, every question.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there at the end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here we go.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
11.
Again, it's Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11.
Burrow will throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got it in, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield.
Here we go.
Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
They'll give it to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
11.
second and goal. Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slows down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead.
Come on, boys. Let's power the rock.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Come on, get it together. Come on, guys, you're embarrassing us.
I'm one, right?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
6 on this drive. 11. Those chains. Keep it.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
You know the owner's got to be happy with that one.
Pickett to throw on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Going for it on fourth down. Here's Pickett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been in practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a third and long after that sack we just saw. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball banked way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game. Chidobe with a pick. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench...
It'll be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
One more.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
We've seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. McKinnon here, it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he's got this to Jefferson. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. To the air on first down with Pickett. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
board.
Now it's Burrow. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Down right around the 25. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or worse, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it, because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
He's a fan favorite when he plays at home. Every time he makes a big-time play, you can hear him shout, "Move" from the stands. Pittsburgh, they love it. A lot of comparisons to Heath Miller as a rookie, and he contributed 7 touchdown catches. Now he contributes a first down with that grab.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run the option left, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
After the loss, they'll come on 2nd and 13. Here's Pickett. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Bengals drive about to get going. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And now here is another interception. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, 37 yards. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On one, ready? 11 Thomas. 11 MT Tank. 11 MT Tank.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. T. Higgins. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point McPherson. It's going to be interesting here in this fourth. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
You get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Pickett's throw completes a Freiermuth. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Pickett to his tight end Freiermuth for the Steeler first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 76 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Pickett now from the gun here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Pickett to throw. He sets to fire deep, and that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Now Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Throwing. Burrow.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11.
Burrow.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 MT, 11.
To throw, Burrow.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now the final seconds here, PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. The extra point, it's up and good, and we may very well get into overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Daxton Hill puts it off.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. It's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Maximizing your roster. This is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17.